Hey there, Ellen. Let's take a look at your revision first, and then your devastation pose, your heavy and light ball. Or, not your heavy and light ball, your pendulum. Your heavy and light ball I'm looking at now. And that is your revision. I will stop talking and start watching. This looks great. I think you brought in the composition a lot clearer, and I think we definitely have a good, you've definitely done a good job of guiding our eye, especially because the heavy ball moves so much faster, and so that's what our eye moves to over when we see the light ball. We see the light ball first, and we understand, okay, yeah, that's a light ball. That information it comes in quickly, and our brain realizes it, and then we move over to the heavy ball. And I think that you've done a great job like bringing that together, and it works really well. And the bounces are really nice. That higher bounce on the heavy ball and getting that contrast down, you really feel it. So excellent job on this. This looks really good. Yeah, great stuff. Okay, let's look at your devastation pose. Good stuff already. Liking what I see here. Okay, let's see how this looks. All right. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling, that I'm reading the devastation here. Let me go back to your sketchbook. I kind of like of course, the pose feels more like this one than this one, and I kind of like the way this one that you circled is a little bit more upright, even though like the exaggeration is definitely more in this one, but there's something a little bit more natural about this one. And so picking that one, I mean, that's fine. This works. But there was something I liked about the way that pose was like, it was like the line was like that, and I'm gonna have to go back to it again, but it just has, there's something about like the way the face is and the staging of that, it feels more natural. This pose works. And definitely a good pose. And in terms of the objective of the assignment, it's awesome. It works. But in terms of like a pose that feels natural, I feel like the one that you picked before, that one just has more of like this uniqueness about it, and that's what I really like about that pose. That said, it's clear why you did what you did, just to get a little bit more exaggeration out of that. And definitely that won't affect your grade at all, because the point of the assignment is to show devastation in a pose, and I think you're doing it very clearly. But I just want you to know, like, that out of the two, that's what I feel is like there's something just a little bit more honest about this one, and that's why I like it. Now, silhouette-wise, maybe you submitted it, you did a pose, and people were like, well, the silhouette isn't that clear. And I think that it actually, there is ways to exaggerate this maybe a little bit more, but I think that silhouette has a lot going for it in terms of like the hand against the wall and like looking down. Like you have to think about, when you're thinking about silhouette, you have to think about visually what people are assessing in their minds, and like what's going on in there. And if you think, okay, I see that the person's head is tilted a certain way, I see they're leaning against the wall, they look forlorn, they look a little bit, like there's some sort of devastation there happening. And then of course that also crosses the line of am I hamming it up too much? And this is something you'll get into in Introduction to Acting, and there's mentors that they're just going to focus on that for your assignment. But that's what I wanted to start start getting those gears working in your mind. Like you can get some really nice stuff, and it doesn't have to be way over the top, because sometimes that will be more honest with the audience. And that said, that's also the fine line between an exaggerated pose, which we're always striving for, and one that maybe isn't as exaggerated. So it just takes experience, and it takes doing a lot of poses. Anyway, so that's my 2 cents on there's more of like an opinion on your pose, and less about the actual assignment in terms of like technically you did a really good job getting that down and getting the weight in this pose. The only thing I would change is like the hand. I feel opening it up right here, and it's just a matter of the rig itself. When you open the hand, and you know, I see what you're going for. You're going for something like that with the hand on the wall, but that never reads with this model. So I would favor closing the hand and getting more of a fist here, and just an overall shape that's more like that, where it's just really more of a clear and kind of decisive hand pose there, but it's easier to read in silhouette as well, and it makes a cleaner shape. The arm, this is really nice. I think that's something that I don't really see that much in beginning poses, is being able to actually convey a sense of that gravity kind of taking over an arm, and it just because it doesn't. I feel like it doesn't come as naturally in 3D animation or whatever, that just like showing that arm is just completely limp, and there's no muscle activation going on in there, and you did that really well in this pose, and I think it works great. And so the only thing, the other thing I would say is like maybe move the body back a little bit, take the body control and move it back, just because again, it's trying to balance the head more with where the foot is, and it feels like even though your character's supporting themselves, I feel like there might be a way of like, if you bring it back a little bit here, you're going to get more support. You're going to bring that leg forward. That leg is going to feel like it's more forward, and the head is going to be back a little bit. You're just getting a little bit more balance there with your pose, but otherwise it looks great. Good job. So, hope that long tirade didn't confuse you too much, but yeah, that's great. Good job. That looks really nice. So a couple of little things. Overall, this looks really good. So based on like the amount of swings that you're getting here, the pendulum itself is pretty loose, and you're getting that feeling, and that's great. I feel like with that speed that you're getting here, this would lift up a little bit more, and you would get like a nice clean arc as it goes across here. Like as it goes across to its apex, we would feel an arc a little bit more going through there. It wouldn't be as stiff as it is right now as it goes across. You see how it's like almost like, if we just track it, it's almost like a line, and then it starts to go up a little bit more. But I think you can get a little bit more of an arc there, and that's good. That works really well. So here's something to watch. As you go through, track this part right here. Because I feel like if this stays closer to there, again, this is about getting that arc down. So of course that spacing would be here, but what I'm trying to do is just like bring, like that pendulum would be more like that. Starting from its origin point here, you're getting a little bit more drag out of that. And it's a little bit like it's not it's a few frames, but it'll clean things up a little bit more, and then it'll just look a little smoother. And then that, I really like this stuff right through here as it goes around, and you're getting a really clean arc through there with good spacing. So that's good. Really nice ending on that. One little thing, and this is kind of small, but it feels like the back and forth between here, like I feel like it's just like one or two swings too many, especially like right here, these two. This one swing, it feels like it goes on a little bit too long. Like it would settle a little sooner before that, and you can have it kind of motionless, and you can get this moment where there's just a little beat in the action before your big finale here. But otherwise, it looks really good. So, yeah, great job, Alan. Good stuff. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, thanks.